we got to get the little things right, or else, defense had a hell of a day, I thought, in the competition periods. I think they're excited to play. Offensively, I didn't feel that way as much. So to answer your question, it was not the same today as it was when we started, but luckily enough, we get a chance to fix it on Thursday.
And during that 7-on-7 period, it seemed like the defensive backs really performed well. What were sort of your key takeaways from that period?
Well, they compete. They're not. They enjoy competing, and what I tend to notice with this group is one play leads to another play. It's very contagious on that side of the ball. So it's a good sign for us. We got to keep getting better offensively to make, because a lot of these plays are contested. That's a credit to the defensive staff. They're not a lot of easy plays out there, and I think our defense in general has improved their football IQ as a unit, and they're making it hard, which is good.
And how do you think Joey Hobart performed in what I believe was his first day back as a full participant?
Pretty similar to how Joey always does. Joey likes football. I would say Joey loves football. It's good to have him out there, and I know he's got a pretty good grasp of the offense, so I know he was excited to be out there.
And how does he sort of fit into the rotation in the slot with Drake Owen and Lincoln Victor playing behind Renard and Travell?
Well, there's 5 good ones right there that 2 have shown what they can do. I think Lincoln's had a very solid camp. Drake kind of burst out on Saturday. So just elevating competition, increasing the depth, guys we can count on. We got to get to that point on the outside.
And will you guys be scrimmaging again this week?
Saturday.
Thanks, Coach.
Welcome.
Theo, go ahead.
Hey, Nick, after watching the film of Saturday's scrimmage, was there anything else that maybe jumped off the page to you that you didn't notice in real time?
Nothing that I can really grab off the top of my head, to be honest. I'll tell you what, I think I said this earlier. I don't know if you were on, you may have been the Final Four, but most times, I would say almost every time you get into a scrimmage situation in the spring, one side of the ball is feeling good, one side of the ball is not feeling good. And that was one of the only times where I think both came out with some appreciation where their guys were, how they played. It was a fairly clean scrimmage. I know if today was Saturday, I know the offense wouldn't feel as good as they did Saturday. But that may have been maybe the one thing that kind of surprised me about the scrimmage.
You had Mitch Quinn out there at X, kind of flipping back and forth with Calvin, and obviously had Donovan kind of taking first team reps last week. Is that going to be pretty thick competition between those 3 guys for that starting job at X?
Oh yeah, I think that will continue through the summer and training camp. What I do like about what we're doing is we're getting a lot of guys reps. I don't anticipate any emails or phone calls or sit downs with these guys about I'm not getting reps. Everyone's getting a chance to show what they're about, what they can do. That's one of the benefits of kind of the seniors coming back, really kind of inflate your roster to be able to do 2 groups at a time, a lot of good film work, a lot of good learning. And, you're going to get exposed if you're out there and don't do the right thing.
When you spoke to Abe Lucas last, I guess a few months ago, about his decision to come back, what types of things did you guys talk about as far as where he can improve and maybe improve his draft stock or just kind of improve as an offensive tackle? Did you guys talk about that, or was that more of a conversation with Coach Weber?
I don't know how much Abe – well, I know he didn't ask for much counsel from me. I think he was he took it as a very mature decision. Obviously, which it is, but there wasn't I don't think myself or Webb had any influence or really any conversations in regards to him coming out or him coming back. I think he assessed the situation. I think he, and you probably have to ask him, but I think he enjoys the offense. I think it was a little bit new for him. It's more in the run game. And, again, this is just my opinion, but I think he probably got a little taste of doing some other things, especially in the run game. But I think he was excited to continue to learn and master it. And, with the season we had, the ups and downs and all that, there wasn't much consistency. So I don't know. Like I said, there wasn't a huge conversation between me and Abe. It was really, he's like, Coach, I'm coming back. I said, great. It's fun to have you back. Happy about that. And let's move forward. So
when do you really kind of start to see the strides from I spent a lot of time pass blocking from someone who spent a lot of time pass blocking to someone who kind of becomes a pretty good run blocker. Have you kind of started to see that with Abe and your other O-lineman, or does that kind of come later?
No, I think it's starting to come. I think I think their eyes were really opened in training camp last year when they got to see how it all ties together, how it works off each other. But it's a matter of getting all 5 of those guys on the same page, which we need to continually get better at. And that'll be a big piece of, that right guard battle, who fits in and helps make the unit better.
I have one question on behalf of Rob Jesselson from SWX, who wasn't able to jump on the Zoom today. He wants to know about Jarrett Guarantano and where he's kind of excelled through the first few weeks of camp and just your general evaluation of him so far.
Very mature kid as far as diving in the offense. I think he'd been through a bunch of change offensively in his past, even prior to college. I think he had a real good base of offensive schematics. He's able to translate a lot of the stuff we do into things he's done. He doesn't fight it. I think there's parts of this offense that are intriguing to him because it is a little bit different than anything he's ever done. But I got no complaints about his study habits, comprehension, him taking it to the field. I really like what he becomes on the field as far as other teammates gravitating towards him. I think he's got some maturity and been through a lot at his last school. So not much rattles him, which is a positive.
Thank you.
Welcome.